Okay, multiplying and dividing rational expressions, or multiplying and dividing fractions. Okay? If we're just looking at a fraction like this problem right here, how do I do that multiplication problem? Multiply across. What do you mean by that? Like across the... Can you use a little bit more specific math words for me? Multiply the numerators. Okay, so I get 3 times and get 15, and then 4 times 7 and get 28. So what steps did we just take? We multiply straight across. Isn't that what we did? Yes? So how is it going to be different if we have rational expressions compared with fractions? Tell me, what is the difference between a rational expression and a fraction? Has a variable. That's it, right? That's the only difference. Do you see what I'm saying? Okay? There's variables involved over here. There's not over here. But aren't rational expressions fractions? So should we follow the same steps? So what is 2 times x? 2x. What? Okay, watch before you write anything down. Watch. What do I do with the denominators? Multiply. Am I multiplying these denominators? How do you know? It's like parentheses right beside each other. That we know that means multiply, right? Do I have to multiply them out? No. No, I don't. I might be in a situation that this is the first step of a problem, and the next step of the problem, I might want to cancel some stuff or simplify some stuff. Well, if I multiplied it out, I'd have to factor it all again before I could even do the next step of the problem, right? So, leave it here. I don't want you to do any more work than is necessary. Fair enough? Okay, so what about here? How is this problem different? Timesing everything by 2. So what do I do? Is 2 really a fraction? Oh, 2 over 1. That's the fraction? 2 over 1? Then what do I do? Multiply across. And I get 8 over 9. So what kind of steps am I going to follow? I'm going to put the whole number. What? What did I do with the whole number? Over 1. Okay. And? We good? Dominic. I'm sorry. Reggie. What should I do here? Put a 1 under the 3 like that? And do what? So what do I multiply the 3 by? And what do I get? 24. And then I multiply the 3 times the x plus 6? So if I multiply the 3 times the 8, aren't I done with the numerators? Then I look at the denominator. Is 3 in the denominator? No, only 1 is in the denominator. Okay? What I'm trying to show you is some common misconceptions. Some things people mess up on. Okay? So it's 1 times x plus 6. What is 1 times x plus 6? X plus 6. And then I can simplify the 6 and the 24. Why not? They simplify. Isn't this 1 and 4? Doesn't 6 divide into 24? Well, yeah, but... Oh, it's not a factor. It's being added to the x, so I can't just go in there and break that stuff up, right? I mean, you wouldn't want people coming in and breaking up your boyfriend with you, right? You just don't do that. So this one must be completely different because there's an x and a 1 over here. No? So I still have to put that over 1? Even though it's not a number? Oh, it is a number? Oh, okay. So what is x plus 1 times 8? Okay, I'll give you that. Because that's super simple to do in your head, isn't it? And then what about here? Okay, so do you see how those two things are equal? And while it would take us a while to factor this back out, we could do that so easy in our head, couldn't we? Okay, so I'll take either one, it's fine. And for real, if you multiplied this out, I would take that as an answer as well. Okay, I'm not going to count it wrong because you did some extra work. Not this time. Alright, so what about number 3? Think about the problem I did Friday. Remember this one? 4 divided by 6. And I said that because I could simplify that. What can I do here? I can simplify the 4's because 4 divided by 4 is 1. Now, is it really that hard to say 4 over 36 and simplify that to 1/9? When we're having just a fraction, no, that's not hard at all. But I promise you, when we get to things like this, rational functions, it's going to be a lot easier if we take the following steps. What steps did we just take? Simplify common factors. Then multiply straight across. Does that make sense? Because what can I do here? So I cross out the x's and I cross out the 3's? Oh, no, okay. What do? The whole x plus 3 and the whole x plus 3, right? What do I have left? 2x over x minus 1. And then I cross out the x's. Oh, sorry. Are we good? So what about number 4? Your question to me is, can we simplify? My question back to you is, can we simplify? What can we simplify? Even though like they're not above each other? That's okay? Okay. So what do you want to do? So this is a 1 and this is a 3? Is that what you're telling me? And this is a 2 and this is a 3? And then what? And then multiply straight across. And so what do I get? 2 over 9. Yes, 3 times 3 is 9. Good. So what steps did I just take? Wait, the same exact step I took up here? But this one was way easier. That's okay, isn't it? It's the same steps. Simplify common factors. Multiply straight across. But here's the deal. If we're going to simplify common factors, sometimes that means we're going to have to factor, right? In order to have common factors, I have to be able to factor something to see what my factors are, aren't I? Don't I? Whatever I'm trying to say. You're not even in this class. You can't laugh at me. Can I factor this? How do I factor x minus 3? You can't factor it, can you? Okay, can you factor this? You can or you can't? Tell me, some of you are saying yes, you can factor it. Some of you are saying no, you can't. If you can factor it, what are the factors? X plus 5 and x plus 4, right? X plus 5 and x plus 4. If I have x plus 5 and x plus 4, what happens to this? Isn't it like not there? I don't want it to distract me. I already factored it. It's still there. But it's these factors that I'm dealing with, right? Okay? Can I factor this? Can I factor this? Not yet. Not till I factor everything. And then we'll talk in a minute. How about that? Can I factor this? How? 2 times x minus 3. We okay with that? It's not a quadratic like this where I have to say what multiplies to be 20 and adds to be 5. It's oh look, they're divisible by the same thing. Let's divide it out. Okay? Now, Kaylee, tell me what you were going to say. So x plus 5's. Perfect. So this right here is the most common incorrect answer. Where's the 2 right now? So wouldn't it stay right beside it? Guys, this is the most common incorrect answer. That's the denominator. It is 1 over, because if I simplify x minus 3 over x minus 3, what's left in the numerator? Tell me, what is x minus 3 divided by x minus 3? 1. There's a 1 here. There's a 1 here. There's a 1 here. And there's a 1 here, isn't there? So I'm saying 1 times 1. Guys, that still equals 1. Here I'm saying 1 times x plus 4 times 2 times 1. Isn't that still just 2 times x plus 4? Yeah. This is one of those places, if you want to, you can go to 1 over 2x plus 8. But if you want to, you can leave it here as well. Deal? Ask me. Is that what you were going to ask? Because we've been going really smooth up to here, right? And suddenly we look at 5 and dun dun dun. It's a fraction divided by a fraction. So let me ask you this question first, okay? What is 8 divided by a half? You all have calculators on your desk, right? What's 8 divided by a half? 8 divided by a half. What'd you get? You said in your calculator 8 divided by a half. Whoops. Control divide. Remember I told you about that? Control divide? Yes? 8 divided by 0.5. Isn't it still the same answer? But it's not the answer you thought it would be, is it? You guys said 4. 8 divided by a half. If I had 8 things, watch, 5, 6, 7, 8. If I had 8 things and I divided each of them in half, how many things do I have? 16 things, right? That's what's happening here. 8 divided by a half. Well, is there a way I can say 8 times something to give me 16? Guys, how are these two things related? They're reciprocals. Very good. Okay? So dividing by a fraction is the same thing as multiplying by its reciprocal. Okay? So if we're looking at number 5 right here, it's really not 2/3 divided by 1/8. It's really 2/3 times 8/1. Yeah, don't say that. You sound dumb. I mean, because I just did, right? 8 over 1. 2/3 times 8 over 1. What is 2/3 times 8 over 1? How do I wish I knew how to multiply fractions. Oh my goodness. 16 over 3, right? So what steps did I take? I multiplied by the reciprocal. R-E-C-I-P-R-O-C-A-L, reciprocal. Fair enough? Now I want to factor as I go still, don't I? Just in case. So how am I going to do this problem right here? Can I factor this? How? Okay. Can I factor this? No. Can I factor this? Can I factor this? But what really goes here? X minus 2 really goes here, doesn't it? What really goes here? 5. Now, I can either just do like I just did and rewrite it above, or I can rewrite the whole problem. How do you want to do it? Like we just did? Okay. You're good with that? No confusion or anything? Because didn't I just really find the reciprocal? I just flipped it over? Okay. So what's left to do? Is this a division problem anymore? No, it's a multiplication. And to multiply fractions, I multiply straight across. Unless I can simplify first. Can I simplify anything? So I get 2 times x plus 2 times x minus 2 over 5 times x plus 3. What can I do? What can I do? I can't hear you. Nothing. Circle my answer. Right? I mean, if you've been circling it before, I haven't, so I'm just going to leave it alone. We good? Any questions? Can you think of a wrong answer people put here? You think they try to cancel out the 2 on the top? They might. Or they forget to reciprocal. Absolutely. Okay, so just be careful about that. All right, so what about 6? I don't need it to be a division problem. I need it to be a multiplication problem. So I have 3 over 2 times 8 over 1. This is one of those situations where with the little fractions, either way is just as easy. But with the rational expressions, it's easier to simplify first. Okay? How can I simplify this problem? This is a 1. This is a 4. What's left? Yeah, 12. That's exactly right. 12 over 1, I heard somebody say. Is it okay that I just wrote 12? You guys know those are equivalent, yes? So what steps did I take? Do I need to write simplify common factors? Okay, well I'm going to write it. You can write it if you want. I don't want anybody lost in the vocabulary. Okay? So let's start on our rational expressions. Are you ready? Can I simplify this? Can I simplify this? Can I simplify this? No, but where does it go? So this is x minus 7 down here. Can I simplify this? Yes, and where does it go when I simplify it? So it's x plus 3, x plus 1. Correct? What's left? Oh, you want to simplify this time? Because last time we just multiplied straight across. Oh, last time we couldn't simplify, could we? Okay, this time we can. What can we simplify? X plus 3, x plus 3. That's a 1, that's a 1, right? What else can we simplify? Nothing? Are you sure? Good. What's left? Four times x plus 1 over x minus 7. How are we feeling? When I factored this denominator right here, I got x plus 3 and x plus 1. But I know I need to multiply by the reciprocal, so after I factored it, I wrote it in the numerator instead. Does that make sense? So you're going to have 7 homework problems. 7 homework problems. This problem right here is number 1. Okay? The other problems are going to be on the worksheet that you're going to get in just a second. Please understand, how many homework problems did I tell you you'd have? And if this is one of them, how many is it left? 6. You are now receiving a worksheet with 28 problems. Okay? Please circle the following problems. Please circle the following problems. 5, 7, 10, 14, 19, and 24. Those are the 6 problems I will be checking tomorrow. Okay? Those are the 6 problems I'm going to check. Guess what the rest of them are? Extra. So those of you who know you're struggling with grades, being a benevolent math teacher that I am trying to help. Okay? But you have to be willing to do the math. Thank you to those of you who did the Olympic observations. I don't know if I told you this, but I do have those points already added into your test grade. Okay? So the test grades online from last week have your any points that you did for Olympic observations as well as your study session points. Okay? Are there any questions?